Hello there, YouTube. My name is Lori, and welcome to Lori's Thrifty Kitchen Pantry. If you are new, welcome. I'm so glad that you found me, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm glad that you're here. So today we are going to be in the kitchen doing a really easy version of French toast. It's an overnight French toast. So I'm going to be mixing everything up together and getting the bread soaking in the refrigerator, and then in the morning before I leave for church, all I have to do is put it in my crock pot and turn the crock pot on high, and when I get home I will have crock pot French toast ready and waiting for me for brunch when I get home from church. So I am going to make this super easy for you guys. I already have my bread all cut and cubed up. You can do your bread however you want to do it. You can just tear it into pieces. I cut mine into cubes. I am using French bread because that's what I had in my freezer and pulled out, but you can use whatever kind of bread you have that you want to use. So it would be good with about any kind of bread you want to do this with. So that being said, let's get into the kitchen and let's get cooking. All right, so as you can see here, I have 7 eggs that I cracked into my bowl here, and I'm just going to whisk these together. So that didn't take very long. And then I have some vanilla here that I'm going to be using. This came, I think, from Mexico. My sister went on a cruise and brought some back for me. So this is a really good stuff. So it doesn't take very much. That smells so good. You can really smell the difference when you use real vanilla versus the imitation vanilla. You can just really tell the difference. We're going to mix in our vanilla, and then I'm just using some half and half. This is the Publix brand, and there's probably about maybe a cup here, maybe a cup and a half. Not quite a cup and a half. So you're just going to whisk that in. Oh, that vanilla smells wonderful. Alright, I got that mixed in, and then I just have some brown sugar here. And I'm just kind of eyeballing how much to put in. Doesn't need to be super sweet. That was probably maybe a half a cup of brown sugar. And you would just want to mix that until the sugar dissolves. So you just give that a good whisk. I am not neat when it comes to mixing, so you can see here we just have this nice thick custard going. That's about what you want. You want just a nice thick and rich custard, and we're just going to pour this over our bread. You want to get all of that custard and all of that flavor, all of that good vanilla and the good sugar in your bread, and just make sure that bread gets all smushed down into our custard. You really want that good custard to get into your bread. Alright, that looks really good. And it smells good too. And I think I'm going to go ahead and fold in just some maple syrup. Nothing special. Maple syrup to give it some extra flavor and sweetness to it. So we're just gonna mix that in there. That was maybe a quarter of a cup. So just give that a gentle toss just to get it stirred down into your bread. And now we're just going to cover this and put this in the refrigerator overnight. And when I get up in the morning, I'm going to dump it into my crock pot. I'm going to spray the crock pot with some cooking spray and pour this mixture into the crock pot and turn my crock pot on high. And then I'm going to go to church, and when I come home, I will have French toast ready. It's as easy as that. How fast did we get this put together? And this is just going to continue to soak up all of that custard, and it's just going to get nice and thick and rich overnight in the fridge while we sleep. And as simple as that, you're going to have French toast the next day. Now, some people start their French toast overnight in the crock pot. I don't really like doing it that way. To me, it just dried out and got too dry overnight. So I found that a couple hours on high in the crock pot is just about right. So I will bring you back tomorrow when I get home and our French toast is ready. Bye for now. See you tomorrow. Oh, good morning, YouTube. It's going on 7 a.m. I'm getting around for church. I pulled out my French toast. You can see that it's really soaked up all of that good custard that we made. So all I'm going to do is get it in my crock pot, which I've got turned on high. And when I get home, I should have a really nice baked French toast that we did in the crock pot. So I will see you all when I get back from church. Oh, hello, YouTube. I am back from church, and I am ready for my crock pot French toast. So let's see what we have. And I gotta tell you something. This house smells absolutely amazing. Look at that French toast. That looks so good. So I am going to use my little handy scoop here. We'll make it a little fancy. It did get just a little crispy on the bottom, but that's okay. So we'll just scoop this out here into our bowl. And you can tell it looks just like kind of like bread pudding almost, but it's going to have that good French toast flavor to it. But you can see it's all nice and done, and this is going to be so good. So we're just going to top it with just a little bit of powdered sugar. Doesn't need a lot, just enough to make it pretty. And a little bit more of our syrup. So remember, we don't need to drown it in syrup because we put syrup in our custard mix. So just to top it up with a little syrup. And look at that. Crockpot French toast. So let me turn you around and we will give it a taste and see what we have. All right, I got my fork. I got my bowl of this amazing looking French toast. And let's give this Crockpot French toast a taste and see what we've got. Get a little bit of this crunchy end and some of this nice soft top. It's very hot. Here we go. Drop the fork. Put my dish down. Woo! Here comes the happy dance. Woo! Y'all, this is so good. You can do this in the oven as well. So you would just bake it in the oven, and I will put directions down below with the recipe on how to do it in the oven. This is freaking amazing. That tastes just, it's French toast. So if you love French toast, but you hate flipping the pieces of bread and you miss out spending time with your family because you're standing at the stove flipping French toast, you need to make this recipe. It is so good. And that will give me breakfast for a few days. And for that matter, I could even warm it up and put it in my thermos and take for one of my school lunches for the week. So make this French toast. It is 2 thumbs up. This is going to be an amazing brunch for today. There's no cleanup because we had it all done last night, so all I have to do is let this cool down and put it in the refrigerator, and then we're good to go. So that concludes this edition of Lori's Thrifty Kitchen Pantry. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, please make sure to hit the subscribe button if you like my video. That really does help my channel out. And even if you have already subscribed, just make sure that you are still subscribed, because sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe people. So just make sure that you're still subscribed. Make sure that you leave your prayer requests down below in the comments. I will leave those pinned as I get them so that we can all be lifting each other up in prayer. And make sure to pray for Florida this week as we get ready for the hurricane. I will do a hurricane update Monday afternoon when I get home from school. I should know by then if I'm going to be working the rest of the week or not. So hopefully I'll have an update for you Monday evening. And that is it for this episode. I will see you all on the next video. Bye.